How to use that shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're back. I'm
You're what?
James. This is James.
You lying fuck.
Yeah. I'm Hesco. That's James.
What the fuck? How do you fuck that your name? It was my name.
Easy, dude.
What?
I'm infantry.
That's no excuse.
I is no speak too good.
It's not like you're an 88 Mike.
Hordor.
Or a scout.
Hordor.
It's such a dick move. Your mom's gonna see this.
She'll get the book before.
This comes out?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm very positive.
Mm.
She won't
Ship it to her or just ship it to you?
Yeah, to her directly, yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. So, oh my God, man.
That's such
So, what I'm talking about, you guys, it's not so much of an inside joke, but
an asshole.
So, a book came out. It's a gag book. It's called North from Winterfell. The autobiography of Hordor, for those of you guys that are Game of Thrones fans. And it's, I don't know, a couple hundred pages of Hordor. I bought that book because my mom is a huge fan of Game of Thrones. I sent it to her for her birthday and Mother's Day and all that, and, you know. So fucking dick move.
That is a dick move, dude.
There's other things, like there's another book is like things that Jon Snow knows.
Nothing. Yeah. Just a blank book, just blank pages.
Probably. Yeah. Thoughts Inside My Head by Ned Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole mass of freaking shitty books like that. It's just got no value whatsoever. North from Winterfell. Oh, man. But we were talking about Nepo babies a little bit ago, just off camera.
Yeah.
As you guys probably know, like I watch sports. I'm not like a huge sports fan, but I do keep up with some sports a little bit every now and then.
I do not.
And James doesn't. So every now and then I try to bring him up to at least a little bit of speed, you know, when it comes to sports. And we're talking about Lebron James and his son, Bronny James.
That's his kid's name?
Bronny.
Bronny?
I mean, I don't know if it's like an abbreviated first name, but he's listed as Bronny James. That's what the wiki says. I mean, I guess that's what the wiki says. LeBron Raymond Bronny James. Yeah, it's an abbreviation. So.
Ramon. LeBron Ramon.
Ramon. So he's declared for the draft and whatnot, and I guess he went through the NBA combine and he was officially listed at like 6'1", even though the internet says 6'2". They're trying to sell this dude no matter how hard they try. And
he's 19.
He's 19 years old. He had a ride over there at USC. He wasn't getting as many touches, I guess, and then he was going to declare for the transfer portal and go to a different school, and then he declared for the draft because his dad wants to play with him on his last season before he fades away. And, yeah, so he wants to play with his son on the same team. So I guess the Lakers are making moves to try to get this kid in, because otherwise they'd be losing LeBron to whoever drafts Bronny. So that's also an incentive for whoever drafts Bronny. You get LeBron James for a season. So
I guess.
But I mean, it's a monetary incentive because you'll put asses in seats. You know?
True enough. Yeah.
He'll sell tickets. Because that's the thing about LeBron. LeBron, although known as, for some of us as a team killer, he's just like that cancer.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he's a terrible person. He still has. He's still one of the most competent basketball players in history. His ability is insane. He can play all 5 positions. He can guard all 5 positions. I mean, he has some commitment issues when it comes on the defensive side of the ball and whatnot, and those are exacerbated by team success and how old he's getting. And,
Right.
There's a lot of factors at play. He's been playing in the NBA for over 20 years now. So, but he's paid his dues as an NBA player. He's definitely first ballot Hall of Famer. I just have problems with his personality and who he is as a person. He's just a shitty dude, but in my opinion. But he had to. I mean, credit's given, credit's due. He had to have done something along the lines as a father to at least get the desire of his son to play, to have the same profession as his dad.
Right.
He had to add some kind of positive influence on his son, and I applaud that. No matter how liberal this dude is and how fucking shitty and how fucking misconstrued his fucking way of thinking is, I still think he had to have had some kind of positive impact as a father, and he would like to play his last NBA season with his son, and which would be an NBA first. This is stuff that's happened in other leagues. I'm not sure if the NFL has had a father-son combo ever play together, or even in the same season, but I know that Major League Baseball has had several. The last one I remember, at first I don't know if Cal Ripken and Cal Ripken Jr. played together, but I know Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. played together. And Ken Griffey Sr. was still a very competent baseball player when he played, so he was still very much...
Right.
He was, of course, in the latter part of his career, but he was still a competent freaking rotation player, and his son ended up being who he was, fucking
Right.
one of the best baseball players in history. So it's I thought that was pretty neat watching that as a kid, that he got to play in the majors with his dad. So the same respect, I kind of feel happy for LeBron for that. That's that accomplishment, in my opinion, is probably way better than any championship that he could have earned and any award that he could have gotten in the NBA. Just being in the same court with your son in a professional league in the NBA. Yeah. But, of course, the question still stands whether he actually earned it, because there's a lot of nepotism being thrown, and it's just Bronny's stats just don't support being drafted, period. It's he had a tumultuous first season at USC too. He had his heart condition, which kind of put him out of commission for a while, so he couldn't play as many games as he would have.
Really?
Had he stayed healthy. Yeah, he had a serious heart condition, so he only got to play. I believe it was like 8 games total. So his point averages are shit, and his rebound averages are shit. And then they've been saying this kid is like 6'4", 6'5". What difference does it make to me? I'm watching TV. This guy, looks just as tall as everybody else. I don't fucking know. You can't tell. Unless you're looking at a dude that's like 7 foot whatever, you really can't tell this dude is way taller than anybody. So, but he turned out to be like fucking 6'1". So, well, they got him listed 6'4", 210. I was like, nah, he ain't 6'4". How much difference does that really make? Remains to be seen. Could it be a breakout athlete? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe once Bronny gets past that season with his dad, maybe he'll blossom into his own self and turn out to be a decent player in his own right. Who knows? A lot remains to be seen, but that's a lot of money to fucking try to find out. That money ain't get paid for freaking Juan freaking whatever off the block that's freaking, that ain't happening. You know what I mean? Ain't people paying hundreds of millions of dollars to find out whether you're going to fucking pan out or not. That's not not with 8 games under your belt.
Right.
So I think Bronny has a beautiful future in the Chinese league. So it's not far fetched. They make pretty decent money. I think it's the second best league in the world. They pay quite a bit. But
You go to North Korea, you write your own ticket. That guy loves fucking basketball.
bro, fucking dunking on all them little guys. We're fucking.
Average height's what, 5'6"?
I mean, I suppose. I mean, them fucking dudes are starving over there. So, but that kind of plays into a lot of the diversity, equity, and inclusion shit. You know, it's just kind of like follows along that same vein. It ain't quite the same, but it's along that same vein. It's in the same ballpark. You know?
Yeah.
So, in USC, he posted 4.8 points a game, 2.8 points a game. 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists. Shot 36.6 from the field, which is fucking atrocious. So, but he'll be in the NBA soon enough. Because Daddy made it happen. I think, to be perfectly honest, I think there's a lot of selfishness there, but I mean, I don't know, man. All I know is that regardless of what we may see from Bronny James in the NBA, he's set for life.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
as a dad, as a father myself, I can totally see him say, fuck it, who gives a shit? Fucking give these fucking millions.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck if you're good or not? You won't have to do a damn thing ever for the rest of your days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard thing to pass. You know what I mean? But so there's that side of the coin, you know. Fuck. I mean, he opened the door for his boy to get generational wealth. You know what I mean? Because he'll make that money from the NBA. He won't have to do a damn thing. And hopefully, if they manage it well, neither will his kids and his kids. You know.
Right.
So that kind of stuff is hard to pass. So if I can open doors like that for my kids, shit, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'd probably give it a shot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, another thing I was thinking about while you were talking, it's like how much money has LeBron James earned for that club? How much money has he earned for the Lakers? I mean, depending on how you look at it, wouldn't they owe him something? A token like that, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a parting gift.
You're right.
Because LeBron, he's the points scored leader in the NBA history. He's got over 40,000 points scored. He's top 5 ever. And he's in the very tippy top of most stats. He doesn't have as many titles as people would associate with a guy with such a prowess, you know, such an athletic ability, such a great basketball ability. But he's still made a hell of a career. 20 years in the NBA is that's a milestone in and of itself. Even if you were a bench warmer.
Yeah.
I mean,
ain't too many professional athletic careers go past like 5 or 6 years.
20-some years. Oh, dude, that. So, I mean, granted, he did start in the era of load management. You're probably not familiar with load management, but
Not at all.
it's a concept that teams started implementing. I'm not sure what year it started, but they started saving their players and keeping them away from games, like basically sitting them down and not having them start for X amount of games.
Yeah.
Just to manage their load on their bodies and whatever, and keeping them fresh for more important games. This is a technique that comes from I wouldn't doubt it if it came from LeBron, because LeBron is also a part owner of Liverpool, the football club in England. Uh, Load management is something that happens a lot in the Premiership, but the Premiership, their schedule is drastically different than the NBA. The Premiership plays several tournaments throughout the year within the season that are unrelated to the Premiership. So it forces a tier one team to have a deep bench, because those guys that are on the bench may get the call to start on this short week's game, because we need our all-star starters to play on the big important games. Because the Premiership, you got your regular season tournament, you got your regular season, you got the UEFA Champions League, you got international leagues that are going as well. So players will go off and go play for the international teams for the World Cup qualifiers. So there's a lot of load management that happens, but I feel like the fans aren't as invested into players as they are as in clubs themselves. Like a lot of soccer, like football, like English football fans, they ride for the team, not so much for a particular person. In the NBA, it's different. A lot of people go to the NBA games to see a particular player perform. So, in a sense, the load management thing kind of shortchanges people, because they're not aware of the load managed game. So, like, let's say you got a game on a Friday, but you also got a game on Sunday. You buy tickets for the Sunday game, and LeBron's not playing because they're playing again next Thursday, so they're saving him for Thursday. You showed up to see LeBron, he's in street clothes. You know what I mean? So there's that. It's in the Premiership, you can kind of, if you got a game on a Wednesday and they're doing a quick turnaround on Saturday, that you're probably not gonna see your big time players on one of those two games. You just know this coming into it, because you know the schedule. You're like, oh, they're gonna load manage this, But in the NBA, a lot of times it's kind of unknown. So I don't know, and it's kind of shitty coming from an era in the '80s where they still played 82 games, and some people played every single one of them. So, and they went into the playoffs and played an additional God knows how many to until they were eliminated or won the title. So he did play in that era. So I mean, he did kind of spearheaded that movement. But apart from having his kid in the NBA as well, one of his biggest legacies is starting the freaking trend of penalizing flopping.
Faking an injury.
LeBron fakes fouls. Like, you even come near him while he's got the ball in his hand, he'll fucking throw himself on the fucking floor and everything. Oh yeah, there's some pretty heavy compilations of LeBron flopping. If you bring them up on YouTube, you'll be like, holy shit! Like, and he'll get calls. Somebody ran the stats of how many the times that the Lakers went to the free throw line compared to everybody else in the league, and the disparaging was like enormous. Like, it was ridiculous. So
because of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
Because LeBron is a crybaby, so the moment something like that happens, he'll cry and cry and cry and whatever, and he'll get the call. It's crazy. Like, he's a shit person, bro. He's a shit person. But they now if you get caught flopping, the other team gets 2 free throws and you lose possession of the ball. So that's his biggest legacy. They say that the best players in the world changed the game, right? Like, they had to amend rules.
Right.
Like Shaq, they had to change the composition of baskets. Like, the fucking hoop, everything had to be changed to accommodate a monster fucking dunking on this thing without breaking it. So, because he was fucking breaking backboards.
Yeah.
So then they instituted the no hanging on the rim rule. Like they instituted rules. The fucking Hack-a-Shack. Like he was so dominant under center, like not under center, sorry, that's a football term, but he was so dominant as a center that people just opted to just fucking hack him as soon as he got the ball and just put him on the free throw line because he's just shit free throw. He had horrible fucking free throws, so they knew if they put him on the line, he wasn't going to score. So the Hack-a-Shack became a thing. So that became more enforceable as flagrant fouls, which carried a more distinct penalty. So players, like some of the bigger ones, they changed the game and the way the game is played. They've changed the rules to amend to accommodate this fucking phenom of a person.
Right.
LeBron, it's if you flop, we'll just take the ball away from you and fucking give the other team 2 fucking free throws. That's his legacy right there, in a nutshell, as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, to put things in perspective, this is the guy that's saying that the police are hunting down black people. And the moment he gets done with that statement, he hops in his freaking convertible Ferrari and goes down the fucking I-5 in California and gets caught driving with the top down because the police are hunting black people. You know what I mean? Like he's afraid to go outside.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. Dude, no. Yeah. So, he's part of the first fucking dream team that lost.
Really?
Yeah, they lost to Puerto Rico by like 40 points. LeBron was in that team. They have 5 players under 6 foot tall. The fucking Puerto Rican national team. They had like 5-6 players who were under 6 foot.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and they lost by like 40 fucking points. It's crazy.
Crazy.
So, I mean, come on, man. But, I mean, happy trails for him. But, outside of that, fucking, the new, in more sports-related news, EA's finally releasing this year the first fucking reinstallment of NCAA football, which is a game that was discontinued in 2014 because of licensing issues. So now that licensing has been allowed and NCAA football players are now getting paid for their likeness and things like that and their jerseys, and they're getting a portion of the profits that they bring to school in the NIA, the game is able to continue. So now they're able to do the game, and now you can fucking play NCAA fucking football again. That releases, I think, this summer. So, which I think is pretty. It's a highly anticipated fucking release, but I think it's just gonna be another reskin of Madden, which is a fucking garbage game. But this is my opinion. I don't know. You seen the other news?
Not much really has happened nationally or internationally. War continues in Israel.
Well, we finally got troops on the ground over there.
We do?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not that we always had. It's just they're building that pier, that the humanitarian aid pier, and they're being shot at already by Hamas. It's fucking yeah. So they're being engaged by Hamas from land as they build this pier. So don't get it twisted. Americans are in combat against Hamas right now, as we speak. New reports out of Ukraine say that the war is fucking weeks away from ending.
I've been saying that since day one.
Ukraine's out of people.
I bet, yeah.
They've made an all call for all adults, not just men. All adults, able-bodied persons, to report.
Well, the only thing that's next after that is the child corps.
Oh, that's already been happening, I'm sure.
Child soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
And do the thing the Germans did before they started their thing, the Volksdeutsche.
You know what they called it?
The Volksdeutsche.
No.
They called it the Volksdeutsche.
No. The Ukrainians.
Oh.
What did the final solution?
To kill the Jews?
It's like,
That's what the
why
final
would you
solution
call it
was.
that?
That's what the Ukrainians called it?
Mm-hmm.
They called it the final solution?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking bad idea. I didn't know that.
Of course, it don't mean the same.
But well,
to those that have studied history, you're like, what?
why would you call it that?
Why would you say that? You know.
Kind of suspect.
That's like me fucking calling another Puerto Rican spick and just telling them it don't mean what it says it means.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Doesn't mean the same
So
thing.
what do you mean call me a spick? I was like, oh, well, fuck you. I was like, no, it's not what it don't mean what you think it means. The fuck do you think it means?
Totally
this
means
is just a
exactly
person
what it
that
means.
loves to buy bananas at HEB.
The
What? What the fuck?
Only
You know,
Chiquita bananas.
yeah. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's just fucking trash, man. But they're definitely fucking calling it some crazy shit. This is fucking them fucking people, man.
To every able-bodied adult.
Yep, every able-bodied adult.
Man, those Ukrainian mail-order buyers about to get cheap.
You going shopping?
As soon as I figure out which website they're on. I have no idea. Last time I looked that shit up, I got like chicks in Houston and shit. So how the hell are you on a mail-order bride site? You in Houston?
Right?
What is this?
It's like, you should have clicked on the shipping ground, option.
Next day shipping.
Next day shipping. Oh, she's coming from Houston. Fire. She's already here. Damn it, how do you know? How do you know? They got a damn freaking...
They got their own port down there.
Yeah, they got a damn fucking wagon full of them freaking broads. Got a freaking 18-wheeler freaking container just sitting there. But yeah. And how about that weather the last couple weeks?
Yeah, Texas got hit pretty hard. So they're down in Houston. The storms are so bad. Apparently, there's already been 4 deaths reported. Hundreds of millions, if not $1 billion worth of damage. There's been flooding all through the hill country and central Texas. Flash flooding all everywhere. Waters are pretty much receded by now, but I mean the rivers and the tributaries and the creeks and stuff are starting to overflow because that water's now getting to those low points. So I've seen that recently. Some of the rivers and creeks that I pass over when I go to work and come back, like they're a lot higher right now than they were before the rain. Even during the rain, they weren't that high. Now they're getting pretty high. Apparently, Governor Abbott's already petitioned for disaster relief funds from the federal government, and there are several counties that have declared disasters. So that's going on in Texas.
Yeah, also freaking Governor Abbott pardoned.
Oh yeah.
What's his face?
Yeah. What is that guy's name? The guy that shot the protester down in Austin. Protester had an AK-47. It was a big controversy because it was pretty much self-defense.
Because it was a BLM protest.
Yeah.
And it's Black History Decade.
Well, the prosecutor down in Austin's a piece of shit too. So I mean.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, he's the one that really pressed for that.
There it is. Governor Abbott pardoned Um, it's Daniel Perry.
Daniel Perry.
Yeah, Sergeant Daniel Perry, former Sergeant Daniel Perry.
Yeah, he was in the United States Army, active duty U.S. Army at the time.
Yep. So is an active duty infantryman
Mm-hmm.
that was doing Uber
Mm-hmm.
and all that other stuff, DoorDash, the works, right?
Yeah.
And I guess he got spooked by some demonstrators and ran a red light and turned right into a crowd of BLM protesters.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was approached by this Air Force veteran who's also a dead commie with an AK, and he raised it at him, tried to get him to lower his window, and Daniel Perry responded with gunfire. Now, it goes to what I've been saying. I've been saying this to people all along. It's not your job to interpret the intentions of somebody that's pointing their gun at you.
Right.
You know, if he's pointing the gun at you, his intentions are to kill you, and that's all you need to know before you open fire right back if you can, or get the hell out of there. Well, Danny Perry was convicted of murder. A lot of that hinged on his presence in the internet.
Yeah, it's social media.
His social media presence, a lot of the posts that he had put online.
Essentially saying, I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah, he basically saying, I wish a motherfucker would. You know, I'd do this, I'd do that, I'd do this, I'd do that. And prosecution was able to show they transformed that into intent.
Into premeditation.
Into premeditation and intent, and that's how they got him convicted. Because otherwise they wouldn't have had a leg to stand on. Right. So that's one of the double-edged swords of social media, and just be careful what you post on there, you know, because you never know. They're going to go on your social media, and they're going to go as far back as you can't remember. They're going to go further back than that to look for an end into throwing your ass in jail and throwing away the key.
Yeah.
So you could have said something 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that all of a sudden magically kind of intertwines with the situation today, and here you go. Now you're gone. So it's one of those things. Like, we've all said freaking crazy stuff, you know, about people or to people, and not meant it without, you know, not meant it wholeheartedly, you know. Like, you could say all day, I was like, man, I'll grab Mike Tyson and fucking beat the brakes off that motherfucker. No, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
For one, I can't find him.
Mm-hmm.
How are you in contact with this guy? That's the first thing. So, you know, there's things that have no possibility of happening. Right. You know what I mean? And then freaking, what's my freaking dumpy ass gonna do with this fucking world-class athlete that's been an athlete for freaking 40 years.
Been a champion since he was 18.
Been a champion since he was a fucking child.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to fucking fold me fucking like a lawn chair. So it's, there's things that are based in reality and things that are just like, come on, inconsequential.
Right.
So, but you still got to be careful, because he probably said some of this stuff in jest, as we all do as veterans and soldiers and whatever. You talk shit about people and about things. And not meant it. Well, in his case, they decided to just say, yeah, this is totally what he wanted to do. And they fucking threw him in jail for it.
Yep.
So if it wasn't for Governor Hot Wheels over here, freaking, because I didn't see Governor Abbott pardoning this guy. Honestly, I didn't see it. Like, I was surprised that he went through with it, because there was a lot more cons than pros for him, for Governor Abbott in this situation.
Yeah, politically speaking,
there's a lot more cons than pros, you know.
Speaking of pardons, I found it hilarious that recently, I think Kamala Harris on her Twitter account said something about people convicted of simple marijuana possession don't deserve to be in prison. So we've pardoned over 10,000 people immediately underneath that was a fact check thing from Twitter. It's like, Department of Justice credits the Biden administration with 24 pardons. And that's it.
These people keep talking to us like the internet don't exist. You know what I mean? Like they keep.
It's insane.
They keep talking to us like the internet isn't a thing. Joe got on the TV the other day and said some shit that the inflation was at 9% when he freaking took office. Yeah. Motherfucker, dude, no, it wasn't.
It was at 1.2%.
It was at 1.2. I was like, dude, that shit was fact checked before you got off the podium. Right. Like, come on.
The thing is, 1.2%, anywhere between 0 and 3% is considered normal inflation.
So, last week was National Police Week or whatever.
Yeah, this last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Police Memorial Week.
The Police Memorial Week. So, Biden did a speech in front of some folks talking about to honor fallen police officers and whatnot. And when you know, he freaking made it about himself all over again. Talked about his son Bo, which he
dying in combat,
which he thinks he died in combat. Now that's a story that he's trying to spin now.
Yeah, he died of brain cancer in Walter Reed.
Died of cancer. And then his family died in that car wreck or whatever, that car crash that killed his wife and her daughter and whatever.
The fuck?
Yeah, look it up.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, no, he lost his wife and his daughter in a car wreck. The first one, because Jill, who also looks dead, is not dead, and it's the babysitter he was banging. Well,
the babysitter he was banging?
Yeah, that's what Jill was. Jill was a babysitter for the Bidens.
Yeah. She was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the mother of Bo and Hunter. So Jill isn't the mom of any of Biden's kids.
No. No, she's the side piece.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
December 18th, 1972. Died in a traffic collision.
Mm-hmm. Are the circumstances sketchy?
Kind of sounds like it. But I mean, 1972, he wasn't a serious politician. He wasn't a big politician.
He was still a scumbag, though.
Oh, yeah. He's been a scumbag his entire adult life.
Yeah,
2 weeks after this crash, Joe Biden was sworn into the Senate. And he did the swearing at the hospital. Huh. She was traveling down a rural road. Interesting.
Yeah. So after
She's gorgeous.
So after Joe killed his wife, so he can bed his babysitter, and who would support him on his political endeavors, which his first wife probably didn't, which is why he killed her. He used that event to say that, hey, freaking, I know the feeling, and blah. Just turned that whole speech about himself, and left fucking families fucking confused like he always does.
What the fuck?
Like, dude, why can't you just say something nice, man, and just move on? Even if it's something just cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Cookie cutter nice that's been said a million times before. Just say that and move on. But no, he has to turn the attention on him. You know, make it about me real quick, and then, come on, man. That dude is trash, but we'll see. He's been challenging freaking Trump to debates now. Did you know that?
He's been challenging Trump?
Yeah. Trump challenged him first to a debate.
Trump has been challenging him
forever.
Since day one.
Since pimp. But, I mean, so finally he decided to clap back, and he was like, oh, I'll debate you, and then he put like 1 million rules, and he's like, I'll debate you, but we have to be like on the top of a mountain and fucking...
You're not allowed to talk.
And you can't talk, I just gotta talk, and we'll have fucking Bill Clinton as a moderator, and fucking... You know, like it's just crazy shit. Like I mean, the stipulations don't make any sense. You know, so all the while they're still freaking trying to pass articles of impeachment on him. Simultaneously, and I'm like, dude, come on, man, just let this shit fucking go. Just let this shit fucking go. But I was like, you gonna impeach this guy? You got like fucking a couple months? Come on. It's like, what's it for? It doesn't matter. The damage is done. This dude and his family and the pack of cronies that back him up have damn near destroyed this country in a few short years. And
it didn't take long, did it?
And then it didn't take long at all. And then that party completely tanked the possibilities of them being elected for a subsequent term, which I can't fucking wrap my head around.
Well, what you're going to be able to wrap your head around is when that party doesn't lose office.
Yeah, that.
Come on, you know you considered that. I mean,
yeah.
If they've already stolen one election, there's nothing for them to do it again.
Yeah.
And again. And again. So when they don't lose office, when they don't lose power.
Yeah. I mean, they're not even afraid of the guns anymore.
I mean, why not? What's going on? How could this possibly be? Theft, dude. Fucking cheating. That's well, the simplest explanation is usually the right one.
Yeah. Fuck.
They fucking cheated.
Yeah, I mean...
How the hell did Joe Biden win a fucking election against Donald Trump when Donald Trump is one of the most populist presidents we've had in recent history, certainly during our lifetimes? And Joe Biden didn't debate for shit. He didn't have rallies like Trump did. Trump was able to fill stadiums. Stadiums. Mm-hmm. Biden had, I think the biggest rally I saw he had like 150 people, maybe, and they were all separated because it was a COVID thing. But
you had like 8 in one. Like 8 people, 8 or 9 people.
Something like that, yeah. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous to see the comparison. It was absolutely insane. And then to see Trump's inaugural speech and like being sworn into office, and then comparing that with Biden's, look at the turnout. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I ran the numbers back in the day.
They didn't steal the election? Election was fair and above board? Bullshit.
No, well, the thing is that it's a statistical... I wouldn't say it's an impossibility, but it's pretty close to an impossibility. When you look at...
It'd be a statistically significant event.
Indeed. So 81 million votes for that candidate, far surpassing Barack Obama, who was one of the most charismatic presidential candidates that we have ever seen, if not ever. One of the best orators and managers of bullshit, because he'll bullshit statement the shit out of you. Nobody has been so honey-tongued in a campaign like that, like Barack Obama. Nobody can hold a candle to that guy. That guy's a grandmaster in fucking spinning bullshit. And he said a lot of shit that even me sitting there like, that's not gonna work. I like it though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure he convinced like almost the entire world that his wife's a woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's convinced. Yeah, there's that. Fucking Big Mike is he's a phenom.
That's one big bitch, man.
this is Big Mike. Freaking Big Mike be putting it on freaking little Barack. But I tell you, it's this guy who's been a dud his entire political career, except for a couple other major racist moments where he's been put on the spotlight because his cronies applaud his brand of racism, having taken all his cues from the fucking Ku Klux Klan's freaking Grand Cyclops, so who he touted as his mentor and his friend and all that. So.
A true servant of democracy.
A true servant of democracy, yeah. Well,
managed democracy.
Yeah, managed. Fucking hell divers. Yeah, but
still a great game.
Still a great game. But so he beats this guy, 81 million votes. But that's not as significant as the number 2, the runner-up, Donald Trump, coming in at over 70. So when you run the numbers, I believe my math came up to over 60% of all registered voters in the United States voted on that election. Those numbers hadn't been seen at that level since
JFK.
I think it was like Grover,
Cleveland, really?
Something like that. Like that's how far back I had to go to find levels even comparably.
That's what, 1870s?
It was like that close, like 60% of all voters. It was close to that. So that's how it just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense because it's not a statistical improbability. It's just that it's
1880s. That's close.
Yeah, it's significant. Like how many people came out to vote on this election historically. It didn't make any sense. And this is a guy that'll put a tweet out, or Karine Jean-Pierre will put a tweet out for him, and he can't get 10,000 likes.
Even on Wikipedia, it says the 2020 election was the most voters turned out.
There you go. Well, that's what I mean. Like the closest one that I could find, like what's number 2? It's like really long time ago.
I'd have to read for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, but you guys can do your research on your own on that one. But the second highest voter turnout in an election after this one, like it didn't make no sense. And of course, you start looking at, well, how come this was like a COVID election?
Right.
So
because of the mail-in ballots.
Because of mail-in ballots, and then you start thinking about how susceptible these mail-in ballots have been for fraud, and it's been proven that there's been so much fraud with these.
Okay, so the number 1 election ever was in 1876, and that was an 82% turnout. 82.6. And that was Samuel J. Tilden of the Democratic Party against Rutherford B. Hayes of the Republican Party.
There we go.
That's today, still today, the
I was
largest
in the
voter turnout.
ballpark. I was in the ballpark.
Right. But that is the largest voter turnout ever. It was 1876.
Yeah, it's and it's still
which
not.
Which is what, 10 years after the end of the Civil War.
But it's still not 120 million freaking some odd people.
Oh no, by numbers, no, because the population of the United States wasn't that goddamn big.
So we're just strictly looking at percentages. Like the percentages don't add up, man. You look at it, I say, no way.
Yeah, even by this, if you look at straight numbers, at 86% of voter turnout, that totals 8.2 million people.
Right.
That's voting for both sides. Mm-hmm. Because Tilden got 50.9% of the vote, and Hayes got 47.9% of the vote.
Right.
But Hayes won because he got the Electoral College votes.
Mm-hmm.
He got 185 to Tilden's 184. So it was a very, 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 very close election.
Very narrow, but, I mean, nonetheless, when you look at the percentages, it just doesn't add up. You get this guy that can't get 10,000 likes on a post on social media versus this dude that's fucking he put 100,000 people in New York the other day.
Wasn't it? He is still filling event centers.
He sells more. He gets more people in seats than the Lakers do.
I bet, yeah.
100,000 people. Manchester United don't put 100,000 fucking people in the stadium, bro.
How many do they put?
Look at fucking. All right, let me.
I don't do sports. You keep making sports references.
Yeah, well.
I got you. It's about the closest thing you can reference.
I mean, what else are you packing? Concert.
I'm just saying I don't understand it. I don't go to concerts either.
Well, yeah.
You know how boring I am.
You probably just sit in a chair staring at that fucking wall till
the TV's on.
You're like, all right.
That's not true.
Monday, time to go.
That's not true.
All right, I kid. Anywho, let's say Metallica.
That hurt.
It hurt?
Yeah.
Good.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you wish. You faggot. All right, let's see. Fucking Old Trafford. All right.
I would imagine the highest attendance for concerts right now would be Taylor Swift concerts.
Yeah, but no, I think Metallica put about 1.6 million people in Russia.
What?
Some crazy shit attendance.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
It's like it was like close to 1 million people, if not more. It was a fucking bonkers, but it wasn't a. Like it was
Didn't
like
Queen do something
I don't
similar
know,
like
it
in
was-
the 80s in
dude,
Brazil or something like that?
it was insane. It was an insane amount of people. I may be fucking exaggerating, but
It was like
Old
a
Trafford,
South America tour or something like that, and they had a huge turnouts.
yeah, like Old Trafford in Manchester United's fucking stadium. It seats 73,000. So,
So I just Googled most people at a concert. Who the fuck is Rod Stewart?
You don't know who fucking Rod Stewart
No,
is?
not a clue.
Come on.
Might have to Google that too.
No, I got you, bro.
1994 New Year's Eve concert, 4.2 million people. Good God. Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro. Biggest concert in history. Huh. That's a lot of damn people. And it was a free concert. Well, that's why you got the fucking attendance. Holy shit.
So,
Okay, yeah.
you know, now you know?
Yeah.
So,
I
you guys
don't know artists' names. I do know songs.
Yeah, I knew you know who he
Yeah.
was. It's just,
I've heard his music
I had
before.
to-
I can't put a name to a song. Right.
bingo, I had to get you there. Plus, he's one artist of millions that have existed and crossed your path throughout the years. So
You know you're gonna have to like delete that audio. 'Cause
that's not going to
there's-
show up.
Okay, good.
That audio is just you and me, bro.
Okay.
Dude, I
know. Yeah.
got this, bro.
I'm also looking out for the strikes on our channel because we've already got.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about YouTube. we make zero money.
The rain.
You can sing it, bro. It's like
I wanna know.
Have you ever seen the rain? 4.2 million people.
Yeah. Good God.
I think Metallica got close to, it was like 1 point something million. It's crazy. I think it was from Russia.
The thing is, when I looked this up, like most people at a concert, I was thinking Woodstock.
Right.
It got to be Woodstock, right?
It counts. It counts. I mean,
But I think there's more of a music festival than a concert.
Music festival.
Yeah.
But I mean, this guy is putting numbers comparable to these artists,
Right.
and he is a politician.
God, I wonder how much he's making just on his social media returns. He's got to be banking off of X and YouTube and.
John Michael Jarre's 850th anniversary of the Moscow concert was 3.5 million people. Jean Michael Murray.
Who's that?
I got you.
Would I know his music?
Probably.
Okay. Is that popular? I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Come on.
Is it an internet issue or computer issue?
Yeah. It's me.
Oh.
Maybe you'll.
Let's look up his most popular song. More than likely I've heard it.
Maybe the song Oxygen.
Sound like it's old techno.
He's been sampled a lot, but in any case, fucking pop-ups, bro.
We're going to porn sites.
No, not on this computer. Jeez Louise. All right, come on.
Do it on your cell phone like a normal human.
Yeah, like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman. Look at your porn in magazines. Be a man.
Right. Yeah.
When's the last time you seen a porno mag? I ain't seen one in ages. You used to sell them at all the convenience stores.
That's the one. Monsters of Rock in Moscow. Metallica, AC/DC, Pantera, and the Black Crowes and EST. That was 1.6 million. And the pictures of the field of people.
Oh, I bet.
Bro, you can't even tell it's people.
Yeah.
It looks like a field of gravel. So, you mean to tell me that that this person that could barely speak They can barely speak now, because now he's a lot worse than when he was campaigning. When he was campaigning, he was still batshit crazy, but he wasn't.
They were like playing with the dosages of meth. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was still he was still making words. Now he's just he's a walker from the fucking Walking Dead. This dude was putting out more people than Metallica came to fucking vote for this dude. Come on.
And he's been not a popular politician since he started. He sucked and was ridiculed as a vice president.
He had to bow out in disgrace in the 70s for plagiarism.
Yeah.
Disgrace. The people that saw him being disgraced for plagiarism in the 70s are still alive.
Yep.
Like, it ain't been a generation. I mean, come on, bro. We knew from the moment that the results were published that fuckery was afoot. We knew it. The thing is that I'm pretty sure the Republican Party was complicit in it because nobody did dick about it. And now they're starting to kind of like, oh, look, we found all these votes from fucking 2020, and oh, look, this guy did fraud, and oh, this guy. Now, ship sailed, fucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, whatever. It don't matter. 2020, whatever, 2024, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And I just know that you guys should fucking, if you want to prep and stay classy, go to Warrior Camos. Go to Warrior Camos, get you your favorite camouflage pattern and stay classy just in case. You know, if it goes down, you're ready. If it doesn't, you still look fresh. And
not a bad idea at all.
No, of course not, bro. Camel patterns into regular everyday clothing, bro. Yeah. You never know. If shit goes down, bro, you're ready. Somewhat ready. I mean, there's a lot more to it because you got. So, I'm ready to sit still somewhere. Like, fuck it. But in any case, just kind of make sure your affairs are in order, you know. Go to freaking Patriot Supply or something like that, get you some MREs and just kind of hold them over.
Get you storable food.
Storable food. Get you a little something. Because I guarantee you, if they steal this other election, it's
and why wouldn't they?
And why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they?
It's gonna get ugly. It could get ugly. So
it won't.
It probably won't. But
people will accept it.
It'll be.
It's like the last one. Oh, okay, whatever.
Oh no,
this is how this is now.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe they won't, but I don't know. I got my couple months supply of stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Just in case. So, but that's all I got for you guys this week, man. Y'all freaking keep your powder dry. Fucking change your socks. Fucking drink water. Okay. You know, it is what it is. Fucking, you got a 58-year-old fighting a 28-year-old for money.
Oh yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
Got a fucking zombie fucking politician that's fucking talking about fucking people that don't exist no more.
Yeah.
Got fucking, dude, I'm telling you, the world's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
so,
how many wars we got going? Major wars. I mean, always got wars in Africa and like parts of Asia.
Wars.
You got Ukraine and Israel.
You're fucking Ukraine stealing our fucking money left and right.
Stealing.
Fucking.
They ain't even got to steal it.
Goddamn, California lost fucking 20-some fucking $1 billion in fucking aid for the homeless that they can't find. They don't have no idea where that money went. I mean, dude, it's just fucking crazy, dude. There's mismanagement everywhere. Just pay attention, keep your head on a swivel, fucking love each other, fucking just stay frosty, man. You got anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, Warrior Camels for your shirts. Don't forget. Y'all take care.